I've wanted to go through the book of Proverbs in our devotions so that we can have wisdom for living life to its full extent. I feel like wisdom is so lacking in our day and age. We're so driven by the superficial, by celebrity, by even making a YouTube video like I'm doing here. But we can focus on it so much because we want the likes, we want the feedback, and we don't really know how to be in relationship with each other anymore. We don't know how to be a friend. We don't know how to identify it, what friendship is. We don't know how to do it. We don't know how to be a friend. And that's what I'd like to look at today. I just want to read a couple of things from the Proverbs so that we can get back to this wisdom and the richness of that kind of relationship. I'm going to read a couple verses from Proverbs 27, but also from Proverbs 17. This is the nature of friendship. Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Profuse are the kisses of an enemy. One who is full loathes honey, but to one who is hungry, everything bitter is sweet. Like a bird that strays from its nest is a man who strays from his home. Oil and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend comes from his earnest counsel. And then a little bit later, iron sharpens iron, as one man sharpens another. From Proverbs 17, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. In our day and age of Facebook, and we have so many, friends. We have 1,500 friends. We have 2,000 friends. We can't possibly be in relationship with that many people. Connection, acquaintance, yes. But friends, not the way the scripture describes it, someone who we give the freedom to rebuke us, to get in our face and say, hey, what are you doing? Someone who gives us counsel when we need it, who isn't afraid to speak their mind, to help us, to tolerate the heat and the friction of iron sharpening iron, sparks flying, to be there in adversity. Most of our friendships are defined by mutual interests. We love football. We follow the Chiefs, or we follow SEC college football. We love Mizzou. I myself am a fan of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Or we love hunting, or we love cooking, or we love to play cards. And these are fine as far as they go. But we need something deeper than that for there to be real friendship. We need people who are there to help us when we need it. We need intimacy, meaning trust, where we can share our hearts. We need friends who will sharpen us and make us better. We need people who don't hold back in giving us what we need when we desperately need it. I want to share one story of a friend of mine who was with me in a time of need. And it's going to sound very simple, but it was very powerful for me. On a spring evening a few years ago, I was driving near my home. I live right off of a kind of a loop. It's called a parkway out in Chesterfield, Missouri. And as I was on that parkway heading to a church meeting, in traffic, someone just sort of jutted out in front of me and cut me off, and I just ran right into them. I T-boned them, and it was a traumatic moment because I could see his face very clearly. I hit his car, and his car rocked on its side, and I was just stunned. After a few seconds, I was able to get out of my car, and the other gentleman got out of his car, and we asked each other if we were all right, and we called the police, and we called our insurance companies, and we waited for the tow trucks to arrive. Now I was pretty shaken, and out of nowhere, it seemed, my friend Justin just showed up. He was just there, and he stood with me. We didn't have some deep conversation. He just was with me while I was finding my center again, I guess you put it that way. I was a grown man. I'm not given to tears, but I was so shaken that I wanted to cry. Thankful that it wasn't more serious than it was, although my car was totaled and so was his. And there was my friend who was with me to make sure that I wasn't alone. A friend is born for adversity. That's the wisdom of the scriptures, and I pray it's a wisdom that we can have as it relates to our relationships, and then as we think about the true model of relationship, Jesus Christ, who loved us and gave himself for us because of the adversity we were in. He loves us that way, that we might be enabled to love in that way. Do that this week. Blessings on you all.